Welcome to ReThink Fabulous. I'm Natalie Shelton, and we are going to be doing a Valentine series the next few videos. So these are old videos that I posted over the last couple of years. They're kind of funny to look back on, but I hope you enjoyed the DIYs. Also, if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow, and I hope that you enjoyed this and the future Valentine DIYs. Hello everyone, welcome to ReThink Fabulous. I'm Natalie Shelton, and ReThink Fabulous is a page where we are going to make things, we're going to rethink things into fabulous home decor. Definitely on a budget. I love to use things like thrift store, trash to treasure, Dollar Tree items. I'm not specifically into exactly one place or one item, but I do use a lot of Dollar Tree things. So anyway, welcome if you're new, and if you're returning, it's good to have you. So guys, those little magnets turned out so cute last night. I really enjoyed them, and I'm gonna take my phone off here just a second. I want to show you real quick. So this is my craft room, and this was a bed that I had in, well, I should say my craft lab, but this was a bed that I had in that room, and I used the back of it kind of as a little back for my bench. And then yes, I was rethinking it, and I stacked it up and hung the footboard on my wall, and I used an old Dollar Tree broom handle to put one of my wrapping paper, and then this is metal, and so I can use this as a cute little message board for my craft lab. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. But guys, there's so many fun things that you can do with those magnets. I kind of gave you some ideas. Use them on canisters, all sorts of fun things. Let me hook this back up here. Okay. So anyway, also I wanted to remind you, last year I did this, and I wanted to remind you, if you have any old sweaters, make sure you're using them up. This is a thrift store candlestick that I found. It was a gold color, and I just covered it with an arm of one of my sweaters. And then I also did two of the jarred candles. So I've got them sitting over here. They're so cute when they're lit up. You can just see the cute little sweater material on there. And this, of course, you can put a candle on top. It just looks so cozy and cute, and you can keep it all winter. Or I also like to use, this is just a wood bowl that I painted. I like to set that on top of there and put cute little things inside here. So many different items. Also, if you can see right over here, oh, oops. Let's see, sorry about that. Actually, I'm gonna take this over here and show you. I also did this little lamp with the rest of the sweater. So I just covered my lampshade. I love it. Just looks really cute for those winter months. So I did do those last year, but I have a lot of new followers since last year. So if you have any extra sweaters, or you see any at thrift stores, make sure to pick them up. Hey, Susan, nice to see you. Okay, guys, so today earlier, I posted a picture of the red Dollar Tree hearts. And I'm going to start doing this every day with my DIYs, because ReThink Fabulous is, of course, a page where we rethink everyday items into things they weren't necessarily intended for, or to recreate them. But I feel like I have a lot of people that message me and say that they are starting to think outside the box after watching ReThink Fabulous, which is exactly what I want you to do, and that makes me so happy. So this is kind of a challenge. This is what I do when I'm having kind of a block on crafting. I will set an object in front of me, and I will look at it, until I can decide what to do with it. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be posting the items that I'm going to be creating that evening earlier in the day. That way you have time to think about what you would do with it. So I love some of the ideas. I'm going to go through some of the ideas with you guys. Somebody said to put a little love message or a little note inside of them and give them to your loved ones. That would be so cute. I love that idea. Paint them. You can paint them any color that you want. Absolutely. Attach twine or garland or lace or whatever and make a garland, or twine or ribbon or something to make a garland. Absolutely, you could do that. That would be super cute. Somebody said make a snow globe with little tiny heart confetti inside. That would be so cute. Use half of the heart and put it inside of a frame and then decorate the frame. Would be really cute. Cover with fabric, tissue paper, napkins, lace, book pages, all of those things you could decoupage on there. Great ideas. And the reason I'm kind of going through some of these ideas is because maybe some of you didn't have time to kind of go through and see what other people said. A candy mold to make peanut butter hearts and hot chocolate bombs. What a great idea, guys. So cute. Add fairy lights into them. Super cute idea to add fairy lights. Paint a wood look and put on wooden dowels and use them as like a shelf sitter. Display in a dough bowl or a basket. Absolutely. That's kind of a picture that I posted with the magnets. If you didn't want to do magnets with those, you can just put a mixture of these in with some of those little fabric covered foam board hearts and fill with candy and confetti. So all wonderful ideas. I'm so appreciative of all of you that participated in that. I think that it is fun to see what other people are thinking, and we may be even thinking of along the same lines. So I decided that I was going to, I think they would be really cute hung on a Valentine's tree. And I also think that you could make a magnet with one of them, which I'll show you here in a bit. So, and then I'll show you some of my other ideas. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my heart. Oh, and by the way, they come with these little heart tags. It says Happy Valentine's Day, and it has the little string inside of them. So that's a cute little thing that you can you know, tie on there if you want to put a little note inside. Okay, so I'm going to get my basket here of goodies that I'm going to be using. And we are going to be doing a galvanized look. Now, I know somebody had also said that they would do a galvanized look. That's kind of what came to my mind. So I'm going to use the color Elephant by Waverly. It's a dark gray color. And let's see here. I'm just going to do half because I already painted one half of one. So I'm just going to go in and paint this red plastic. Now the paint goes on really nicely. Now you can use any paint if you'd like. I really do recommend using a chalk paint just because it sticks to the plastic better and it just gives it a more, I don't know, rustic look. I don't know, it just adheres to the plastic better, really. And I just really like it. Now, if you don't have some chalk paint, you can always add a little baking soda to your regular acrylic paint, and it'll give it kind of that thicker consistency and help it stick a little bit better as well. Okay, so I'm just going to dry this real quick. And now I've got to do this little piece where I missed because my thumb was there. Okay, it covers pretty good with just one coat of paint, but I am going to put 2 coats on it. just to make sure. Now, one thing that you could do with this, guys, is somebody also had mentioned that they would make like a little jewelry box or a little trinket box, which would be a really cute idea. How cute would it to be, you know, put a little necklace for your daughter or a friend or something, or a ring or something like that in it. But I'm going to show you something that you can do to really give it an authentic little trinket box look here in just a second. Let me put the second coat of the gray paint on. Now, this isn't 100% necessary, but I just want it covered really well. So you want to make sure that each coat is dry, nice and dry before you add the next coat. Otherwise, when you put the next coat on, it'll actually pull the paint off. So I'm just going to dry this real well. Now, for this, what I'm doing, I'm just going to be painting the outside of the heart. But if you are going to make this a little open trinket box, where it would just sets on your dresser or something open, where you could put like your rings in, or at night when you take off your jewelry, put your earrings in or something like that. You want to paint the inside of it as well. That way, it just looks like one solid piece. It doesn't look like plastic. I mean, you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but say you were painting this white, I would paint both of it, you know, the inside and the outside white. We're going to do kind of a galvanized metal look. So, if I was going to leave this open on my dresser, I would paint the inside. But that's just my personal preference. It does look cute with the red on the inside and the gray on the out. So if you don't want to do the galvanized metal look, you can do the white with the chippy black look. You could do cute light pink. You could do just any color that you want. Okay, so that's nice and dry. Now I'm going to, sorry, trying to find everything here. Okay, so now I'm going to be using my silver lining, and it is also Waverly. And I am going to just, ooh, where's my sponge? All right, let me get a sponge here. Okay, let me put this down. So I'm going to just kind of take my light colored gray, and I'm going to just dab it all over. Now with this heart, at the top of the hearts, there's a little place where you can put the string in, and that is awesome and wonderful, but I'm not gonna need that, and I don't want it on mine, so I'm just gonna take my little wire cutters real quick, and I'm just going to really carefully just cut that off. And then it's kind of a jagged little edge there. So what I like to do is take my lighter and just hold it there and get that plastic nice and soft. And there, it's all gone. You don't have that there. Okay, so again, I'm just going to add a tiny drop of water to my sponge. Makes my paint go a little further. And I'm just gonna keep blending on top of this gray. Okay, the more you pounce, the better. Okay, it just blends in a lot better. If you get too much light colored on, it's not a big deal. You can go back in and add some darker gray. But as you blend, it really starts to get blended in nicely. It kind of absorbs into that dark gray, and it's not so light. Okay, so we're just kind of blending here. And notice I didn't use very much paint, and look how well it covered that. Okay, so you want to get those edges, along the edges there. And if you need a little bit more of the dark gray, you can absolutely go back in. There we go. And I'm just taking my paint and kind of going over it, my paintbrush, and then just blending with that same exact sponge. I didn't change sponges. Okay, so see how we're getting that galvanized metal look? Okay, now before I go to the next silver, I'm gonna go ahead and dry that. Make sure that gets nice and dry, so that the paint does not come off. And if you watched last night, I found a little stone heart at the Dollar Tree that you can paint, and that's kind of, when I saw that, I thought, oh, these would be really cute made to look like stone or metal. So that's kind of where I started thinking about that. All right. So now I'm going to actually add this metallic silver. I use this all the time when I do my galvanized painting techniques. You don't have to use this. I just like to because it gives it a little bit of a shine. So now I'm just going to go right over the top and blend that in as well. And it just gives it kind of that metal shine. And it's kind of a medium. It's in between the dark gray and the light gray. So that's really what gives it that. Can you see that little shine that it has to it? And it's kind of a tacky paint. So that's why I use my cold shot right here on my hair dryer, is because it helps to dry that better. Okay, now we are going to take some of the Waverly antiquing wax, and I'm just going to use just a little paintbrush here, and I'm just going to get the smallest little amount on the tip of my brush. And I'm going to start down here in the little crack. See how I just added some, and I'm going to go along those edges. And then I'm just going to just really buff that wax into my fake metal heart. See how I'm just really buffing it. I say this a lot, but it's like when you're doing your eyeshadow or your makeup and you just really are blending it in. That's what you want to do. You want to just blend that in. So just a small amount on your brush. And again, I just kind of go in on the edges. You can also use your finger to kind of buff it as well if you don't want to use a brush. I do both. Now look how it's just aging this heart, okay? It's really making it look like a metal heart with this wax. Now you can use paint, and I do like the Burnt Umber Apple Barrel paint, but it dries a lot quicker. And the reason I use my Waverly wax is because it gives more of a longer period of time to work with. So you can blend it better. Okay, so I just have a little bit still on my brush, and I'm not really going to add any more. You would be surprised how much is in that brush. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth and just blending, 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 and coming up into the heart here. See how it's starting to age it? You just want little tiny bits. Now, if you get too much, you can always go back in with your gray paint and go over it, but just keep blending it. You don't want it to look painted on. You want it to look like it's aged and rusted. And so the more you blend, the better, okay? You don't want a painted on line. You just want it to blend kind of darker on the edges and then softly gets a little bit darker on the edges and then softly gets lighter as you blend it. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go here and just really blend there. Okay, so just kind of add wherever you feel like you want the darkness to be, okay? As you can tell, I'm not like doing this perfect. I'm just kind of putting it on and blending wherever, and it really gives a nice authentic look. I love that. Okay, so I'm just going to hit that with my cold shot on my hairdryer real quick. If you use the high heat, it will melt the wax and it won't dry as quickly. So that's why I use a hairdryer instead of a heat gun, is because it has the cold shot button and it can dry quicker. Okay, so I want to show you this real quick since we did those magnets yesterday. I have two of these little Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. And by the way, I noticed at Christmas time, their box was double the size. So you used to get a box about this big, and now it's double. So you get twice as much for $1. I was able to pick up one box. It was the very last box at my Dollar Tree, and they haven't got any more in. So hopefully that's how they're going to come from now on. But okay, so I'm going to glue one this way and then one sitting on top of it like this. So if you turn it sideways, it's kind of a T shape, okay? So I found that if I use these, and you can use whatever you want, this is just what I had on hand, and it really was about the perfect height to make it even with the back of my heart. Since your heart goes in, if you stick a magnet in there, it's not going to touch a surface. So when you do this and you glue this in, it actually is almost completely flush with the back. So you would just glue that in, and then you would glue your magnet to that, and then you could use this as a magnet, okay? So that's an idea. I'm going to take that out. Okay, so here's one that I did that's a full, excuse me, a full heart. So how cute would these be hanging on a tree? You could write XOXO on it. You could write your loved one's name on it. You could write I love you. You could use your Cricut. You could Mod Podge a little picture. You could do anything. I think these with those magnets that we made last night, if they weren't magnets and I just made them for my tree, that cute little shabby chic vintage farmhouse look would be adorable with these metal pieces. or as a garland, a fake metal piece, and then one of the fabric covered hearts, and then a metal piece or whatever. So super cute. Okay, so let's show you here. Sorry, I gotta get a, all right. So what I thought I would do with the two that I painted was I have this little cutting board. So I'm actually going to put my heart halves on my cutting board. So I'm just going to use some white paint here. And let's see. Let me get a clean paintbrush. Okay, I'm just using the Apple Barrel flat white. And I'm just going to kind of dry brush this white on. I'm just going all in the same direction as the grain of the wood. Tip that down a little bit so you can see better. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of paint in some areas and not so much in other areas. I'm actually purposely doing that just because it gives it a weathered look, and I like that. So I'm just gonna paint that. Now you can go in and paint your whole project, whatever, you know, a sign, whatever you want, and then sand it down. To me, this just saves paint. It gives the same look as if I had sanded it, and you actually can still go over it and sand it, but I just really like this dry brush look. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna hit that with the dryer real quick. Thank you, Kimberly. And let's see, Brenda says she got her magnets today to make some. Good, Brenda. I'm so glad that you did. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, now so many things that you can do with these, or to get a little cutting board look. You can get the plastic ones at the Dollar Tree. You can get the plain square ones at the Dollar Tree. Sometimes they have them, and then add like a little craft stick to make the handle. Another thing that you could do, guys, is draw the shape on a piece of foam board and paint it so that it looks like wood, and you would have a look-alike board here. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my sanding block and just lightly go over it, just because I want a little bit more of the paint off in some areas. And plus it softens up that paint, makes it nice and soft. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so I thought it would be really cute to add these little hearts here to my board. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue them on. And I'm just going to kind of go around a couple of spots on the heart. I'm not going to go all the way around because it's very light and it doesn't need a lot of glue. And all it'll do is just show the glue around the edge. So you actually may need a little more than what I just put on. You know, I'm wondering if doing something like this, like I was showing you with the magnets, I'm wondering if that might be a good way to glue them onto something. That way you don't have to put glue around the edges of your heart. Let's try that and see if it works, okay? Here in the ReThink Fabulous Crafting Lab, we will try this out and see if it works. I just don't want the glue to show all the way around the edges because I know that will bug me. Let's see how well this sticks. The glue is really hot because it's a hot temperature glue, so it takes a minute to cool down enough to stick. Okay, so I'm going to try that, and I'm going to just put my glue right here on my wood piece. There we go. Yeah, I think that works nicely if you don't want the glue around the edges. Okay, so okay, now I'm going to take some of my drop cloth. Somebody had said that they like the little heart magnets because they can start using some of their gigantic drop cloth. So yeah, this is a good drop cloth. You can get lots and lots and lots of projects out of it. So I'm actually going to just take a piece of my drop cloth here and rip it so that it's all frayed around the edges. And I'm going to use some stamps. So here's my stamp pad. Now I bought this cute little thing of stamps at either Walmart or Joann's, which if I got it at Joann's, I would have got them for 50% off, but I might have got them at Walmart. And they're just the lowercase letters, and I love them. So I haven't used them yet. So I'm going to actually put the word love. So L. O. V. And the thing that's cool about this, and then there's this little heart one that I found. I'm going to try and use it. The cool thing about this is it doesn't have to be perfect. And I actually like it when it's really vintagey looking. So, and then I'm going to just put a little hole through it. And I'm going to use it as a little tag. All right. First, though, I'm going to kind of decorate my little hearts. So here is some lace ribbon. I always pick this up at the Dollar Tree. They usually always have it. And I'm also going to use, let's see, some of this. And let's see, what else do I have? I'm going to use some more of my burlap, or not burlap, sorry, drop cloth. I love to make ribbon with the drop cloth as well. So I just tear a big long piece and you take off all the little strings. So off to the side, and then you have this raggedy ribbon that makes really cute little bows. So I think I will, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I think I might, I think I want to put a bow here. I'm just going to do a, sorry, a shoelace. Ooh, get some more of that out. Little shoelace bow, and so you could add a bunch of ribbon hanging from the top here. I'm going to add a little bow just right here on the top of my heart. Right up here. Okay. And then I'm going to add maybe a lace one to the next one. As you know, most of you know, I like to add different textures of ribbons and stuff like that. So okay, so I'm going to add that. Okay. And then you can add a cute little okay, let's see. I got to get that in there in that little hole. Okay. Oops. Get my ink put away before I get ink all over everything. Okay. So, geez Louise, I'm having a time here. Is not wanting to go in. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to thread that in a minute, but I think I will have that maybe hanging down, or you could make a thin piece and put it there. You could put Mr. and Mrs. You could put I love you. You could put it on the board. You can have it hanging down as a little tag. Really, you can do just about anything that you want. I don't want to sit here and try and thread it with y'all, make you watch that. So I will thread that and take a picture of it here. Oh, there we go. I think I might have gotten it. You can add little flowers to this. You can add, there we go, all sorts of cute little things. I don't think I like that heart. It looks like I did not let the ink dry long enough, so it kind of smeared. So make sure you hit it with a little dryer or something. And so yeah, be really cute with a little bow on there. So anyway, I'm going to play with this a little bit, take a picture of what I come up with. But I think this is super cute to use these little hearts for any of the ideas that you guys had. I think that it would be, you know, cute to open them up and use them on a sign like this. To use some wood letters, you could even use some of the craft sticks and spell out the word love. Even with a board like this, you could do a big L or I heart you and make a cute little sign. That actually, as I'm sitting here thinking, that may be what I do. I may make an I, and this would be the love, and then a U with these wooden sticks. So I will play with this and come up with something really cute and post a picture of it. But basically, I just wanted to show you that if you find something like this, that you like the shape of it, I've said this before, if you like the shape of it, but you don't like the color, don't pass it up, because I love this puffiness of this heart, but I didn't want red. So I just painted it, and look what we have. This is totally farmhouse, totally shabby chic, you know, rustic, whatever. And so just don't pass up things if you like the shape. Okay, guys, thank you so much for participating with the ReThink with me. And tomorrow I will post in the morning a picture of something for you to rethink. And I want you to be thinking about it. And then we will do that craft tomorrow, which, by the way, will involve those candy canes that I told you to be on the lookout for, that are on clearance after Christmas. Now, if you did not find those particular candy canes, do not stress. You can use this idea with really any size of candy cane. I've seen the little candy cane, they look like real candy canes, and they're plastic. They're about this big, to medium size to big ones. So if you've got at least two candy canes that you haven't put away yet, keep them out, and you might want to make tomorrow's DIY. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And I will go back, read all your comments, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.